And welcome back to Napoleon Total War with a Pike and Shot mod. Today we're gonna do Russia versus Russia. Although I could have chosen to play as the Polish, because what I really want to do is actually the Ukrainian Cossacks versus Russia. So we are currently playing as the Cossacks. So we got mercenary Cossacks over here. We've got urban Cossacks. And then we've got the Seriduk back here, the Cossack mercenaries, and then we've got mounted Cossacks back here. And Russia on the other side. I also really wanted to do, as you can see through my build-up of the army, really what I wanted to test was an army, two armies going at each other that was entirely comprised of musketmen. Besides, you know, a little bit of cavalry and a few cannons. But mostly it's going to be just muskets firing at each other. So, with that said, I say that we go ahead and start this battle. And we're going to start by advancing up the hill here. Also, you know, it was definitely time to do a snow map, I thought. So, that's also part of why I chose this. Let's start by marching up the hill, taking on the Russians. And also, of course, I mean, I can clickbait the title of the video, make it a little bit topical with Ukraine, or the Zaporozhian Cossacks versus the Russians. So we got my Cossack mercenary footmen. The urban ones have slightly higher accuracy, but most of them all got kind of the same level of accuracy. And then for the Russians, they've got mostly these Streltsky musketeers, which we're gonna see. These are the ones from I'm sort of guessing this might be Vyborg, but I'm not sure. Is one of the few special regiments. You can see they actually have halberds or bardishes to rest their muskets on as they set up to fire those. And these are kind of the mainstay of the Russian army, the line infantry. Great concentration of troops over here. Can't remember if they got anything else. They got a little bit of cavalry as well. So dragoons. One of the great advantages with the Russian faction is that they got proper general, which is highly skilled in melee combat. So we'll see how that goes. Right, my army advanced up. It's going to be rather a close fight going on here. And I want to get my cannons. Oh, the enemy, just as I set the cannons to march up there, cannon shot come flying. So we're going to get the... It's time to break up the formation. Get the guys in order. So we got 3 of these mercenary Cossacks. It's going to stretch out on this side. And then we've got 3 mercenary Cossacks going to stretch out on that side. Then we've got all the urban Cossacks, which are going to back up the main line. We're going to see how we send them. And then kind of the bodyguard of the Hetman. I have a tendency to say Hetman. Add an A there. I'm not sure why. I'm going to send the Cossacks over onto that side. And you know what? I don't think there's that much movement over here, so we'll just keep one of the Cossacks. And we'll bring the general Cossack unit over here. We got enemy dragoons moving in quickly, so I'm going to start moving these up. Right. Battery moving just slightly more forward here. Slightly more forward here. Ready to start blast the enemy. Looks like this is going to be the first fight. My Cossacks versus the enemy dragoons. The unit outnumbers 1 to 1. But I'm thinking here that, I don't know, having 2 units... Oh, these Cossacks are actually bowmen. I thought they might be firing muskets, but that's not the case. I'm sure the Russians fire musket. The dragoons, after all. Lost 8 men so far. Bit poor performance here by my Cossacks. You're gonna snag onto us any second now, so I'm gonna order a charge. Let's go ahead and deploy the cannons before we lose any of them. And also I think the mercenary Cossacks should be ordered forward. And should actually be looking to meet the enemy in a firefight. And then we need to get the urban Cossacks up onto the hill. So my Cossacks are slaughtering the Russian dragoons. Or they've at least... There's a hefty morale penalty of being completely surrounded by my Cossacks. Also, one thing that we need to do is tell the backline to hold fire, something that I missed in the last video I did, where it was the Ottomans against the Polish-Lithuanians. I forgot to tell them to not fire at will. One thing that is kind of bad with the mercenary Cossacks, the first units that I'm sending forwards here, is the range. Okay, that is not going to work out. Having... oh, what's this? Feudal archers. Ample target for my Cossacks. Move forward. I hurry into position now. We're losing quite a bit of men. So one of the downsides that I was about to say is that the range of my Cossacks, the mercenary Cossacks, is they do not have great range. Can we concentrate battery on that line infantry right there? That would be nice. You could actually open fire right now. And then we can have the Cossacks charge these units. And since you're giving way, you could actually open fire as well. They're among the urban ones. And what I could do is set one of the Serdux towards the center and have him fire. The enemy really closing in here on the flank of this mercenary Cossack unit, ready to unleash what I imagine is going to be quite a devastating volley if they stay in place. So we're going to have them move back. Currently I'm just sitting firing arrows in the back of this unit, but I guess it's better to actually have them charge. There's quite the concentration of Russian troops in this area. I'm gonna get my Cossacks all the way around there. I'd imagine if these got a proper hit in the flank here, that it could be rather devastating. As the Russians advance here, I'm just gonna pull my mercenary Cossacks further back and have them run back. Can now fire on this one, and then maybe you can fire there to kind of tear that house down, and just have the urban Cossacks open up fire there, as it sounds like these line infantry could be trying to charge us. We have concentration of enemy cavalry towards the center here. which I certainly don't like. I'm gonna send the general over just in case there's a charge. Oh, we got quite the fight going on here. Multiple units stuck in with the Cossack cavalry. Alright, my cannons are reloading. They will unleash cannon shots straight forward into these dragoons. I haven't had luck with canister, but I think these cannons seem to only be firing single shot. So their canister might actually work a lot better. Ooh, the Russians coming even closer. Will allow them to engage in melee over there, but otherwise I kind of want to avoid melee for the most part. I'm gonna have you reorganize to that position. Let's see. Are they ready to fire canister? I think this one right here. No, I don't think canister is a good idea. It's better to fire round shot. I don't think the canister works too well in the way the game is modded right now. Gonna get my cavalry up around there. We have one mercenary Cossack deciding to run from the field, and then we have an enemy charge right down the center here. Okay, that unit over there decided to run. We're gonna tell this unit to open fire. And then this Cossack is hurting quite bad, so he'll be moved around to the corner. My unit isn't doing too well. This unit over here need to be moved up, ready to fire onto the Russians coming on. And we need to start getting these units in the flank here. We're winning really on the left side. So we need to get the guys on the left side over to concentrate on the ones over on the right where it's not going too well. Let's actually do just a frontal charge there. And then I'm thinking we're gonna get rid of the enemy cannons. We need to push a bit harder here. I'm gonna get the urban ones to move forward. You're gonna replace...
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Oh, one unit has used all its ammunition. Who could that be? Is it the line infantry unit? I think it's a cavalry unit that's lost. That's used up all its ammo. This one right there. We've got a Cossack right ahead of us. Or not a Cossack, a enemy Russian unit right ahead of the cannons there. Pretty good target. You're firing on the cavalry, where I think I would rather have you fire on the Streltsky right in front of us. Oh, the Russians pushing through here onto the urban Cossacks, which I don't like, so I'm actually gonna fall back here, and I'm gonna charge with this mercenary unit. Let's have the cavalry go after the cavalry. We broke the enemy over there, so that's good. Heavy close range fighting right here. The mercenary bodyguard of the Hetman is holding on. Now I put the A there anyways. The Hetman. The Hetman. Right, forward. My cavalry is going in pretty hard on this side. Oh, you were told not to fire? Well, you should fire now.
Our men are running.
No surprise these guys are running in the middle of that fight. Oh, we've quite the melee fight going on there. Quite surprised that the unit that's standing right there is still holding on. Similar, this unit haven't given up yet. Trying to fire and kill this one right here. Oh, you have fired all your ammo? Then it's time to replace you. We'll switch units there. Oh, my general has been firing or shooting. I wonder if it's been shooting my guys in the back there, because they can't really arc the shots in a proper way. Nasty cannon shots being fired upon the enemy by my cannons. We'll turn the troops a little bit more around here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Cavalry just took out some line infantry. Go after the rest of the dragoons. Oh, the enemy charged over here. I was completely unaware of that. Reorganize the troops a little bit here among the houses. And then you will hold fire. You should be able to break that house, I think. Maybe you can break that one. Did I win this fight?
Our men are running.
No. But actually we both sides lost the fight. They both fought to exhaustion and both broke and ran away. Interesting outcome there. Nasty volley. I do think the Russians have an advantage there. And they won the fight and they broke the urban Cossacks. But soon after, they were just too tired to continue that fight. And so they were broken. We're going to move the units up here. And we're going to see about concentrating our force on these guys. Oh, you're out of ammo? Then charge! You will be replaced by the urban Cossacks. Will take your place. Continuing to fire over here. We're continuing to fire over here. Surprised that my Cossacks have been fighting for as long as they have. Especially against the Russian bodyguard. And just as I say that, they break. Sad face. Okay, continuously firing over there with my cannons. Seems like that's not really paying off.
Our men are running, sir.
So I will focus instead. Concentrate on that large unit. There's a line infantry unit of 180 enemies. That needs to be dealt with. The general is now out of shot. But he can be moved down here. Take part in a charge against the enemy. And then we need to win this fight, really. Oh, they are back and they're coming up behind us. Bastards are back. I don't think I will be able to fire off a shot, unfortunately. So it'll be just down to melee. Let's have you move around and attack them from the side. Continue your fight. My general will set up here and will hammer and anvil charge into the enemy. You'll be ordered forward while you will be ordered back. As we want to fire as much as possible into the enemy. We got that large unit coming up. Right, they were broken yet again. I can actually completely surround this Russian unit. Russians are putting up a really stiff fight though. Oh, this is the name regiment. the Fedor Gokolinsky, or whatever. Gogologodogo Regiment. It's a hefty saber fight, but the Russians were so tired after already defeating tons of Cossacks that they were forced to flee. It's a very bloody fight, but I've got 3 units left ready to push in on the Russians over here. My Cossack mercenaries ready to block off the general, and we're ready to take them on. Actually, all 3 units start marching straight across. It's probably time for you to hold fire, and then you to be relocate. You need to hold fire as well, and then you need to be relocated at the same time as you need to be switched. Switch those positions there. Hopefully they should be able to fire above each other down upon the enemy. And then these 3 should march forward. Might tell the cannons to... you know what, we do have a chance here to fire at this one before it's over. My general took care of the regiment down there, so now really what remains is the general. We're gonna push as much musket fire into that general as possible. Oh, that bastard is back. Hold your fire, and then you will hold right there, and you will hold right there. Quite a bit of musket fire is... oh! Produced by my Ceradox, but no unit out of the general is dying. And now they're being attacked in the flank. So I'll order them to reposition themselves. Didn't I tell you to hold your advance? Let's see if we can deal with this. I don't want to send in my general just yet. I want to weaken the enemy as much as possible. Actually, I do think we should reposition the artillery so that I can fire onto the general.
Our men are running, sir.
I don't think we'll be able to fire, so I'm ordering the Cossacks to attack. It's a very deadly fight with heavy casualties on all sides. Right, hurry. Move into position and prepare to fire on the Russian general. Someone make sure that that regiment does not come back. Right, let's line up and prepare to fire on the Russian general as he's moving up the hill. The fire return in pistol. We've only really been able to shoot one of them, which is kind of sad. Now we're starting to actually inflict some damage. They're down to 26. But, I mean, at this range, we can't really get any closer, really, can we? Soon this unit will join in the fighting. I doubt this one will be able to fire above this unit. You know what? Deploy. And then we have our troops actually pull back. And we lure the enemy general into a barrage of cannon shot. Down to 17. So I'm gonna lure them into a better position. Right, fall back. And as he comes over the hill there, I'll have the cannons fire up on him. Set your positions, soldiers. And prepare. Right, let's see. The Russian general is inching forward. As soon as he crests a hill, the battery will be ready to open fire. He's going for this unit. Or is he just moving in the flank? Come on, crest the hill, you bastard. Yeah, it looks to be going after this unit. Or going in the flank. He's smarter than I thought. He's not going straight into my fire. This unit, unfortunately, has got a lot of people stuck in that house. And for that reason, they don't want to fire. Right, so the Russian general is just going to stay there then. I was hoping I'd be able to unleash cannon shot on him, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So I'm going to move all my troops up to the ridge and fire upon him. Damn you, why everyone's trying to get in to loot the house, the bastards. There's nothing in here, so... Oh, we'll be close now. The troops will be right in front of him. Guess the general realized the danger is in. Oh, they ran out of ammo just as they were there. Shoot him down already. He's still going after this unit? Which now actually opens fire. I guess because they're all kind of in proximity of each other. Right, I guess I'll order a charge by my general then. You know, 95 Cossacks should be enough to break 12 bodyguard. One would hope. Where's the general? He's the one with the funny hat. There we go. There he goes. Cossack just killed him. And we are victorious. Though at a very heavy cost, I must say. And as a result, we can see that I deployed 3,088 men against 2,848 men. I lost 2/3 of my army with 2,000 men lost, compared to the Russians who lost 2,582. So they had about, what, 30 men, or not 30, 300 men left after the battle. Disparity between losses and kills means that I killed about 100, 200 of my own. A little bit less for the Russians, maybe 150. In terms of individual statistics, we can see that the Cossack cavalry were the ones that killed the most, where these two units right here were able to inflict 514 and 472 kills, followed then by 193 by the 3rd Cossack unit. So all the cavalry units ended up really high, which is not surprising given that they were all musketeers everywhere, so didn't really have a chance against the cavalry. Followed here by one of our, I wouldn't say elite, but one of the mercenary units, the Seriduk, which, although they lost everyone but like 30 men, they killed 162. Kind of makes you see here even in a battle where there's basically just musketeers, they're achieving very few casualties on each other, just standing firing at each other forever, with very little losses. I imagine most of these kills are actually achieved in the melee that happened. That happened quite in a few places. And also a lot of our losses. It would be interesting to see what the Russians achieved in this battle. But yeah, very poor, especially by the mercenary Cossack footmen. 180 men. Let's see, is there any one of these that... No, all of them basically lost tons of troops. But say some... No, they all lost troops. I was looking for someone that maybe wasn't... That sort of stayed in the fight for a long time and fired musket at enemy for a long time with few losses. But there isn't really one of those units for the... Well, this one, it lost still half the unit. But compared to the others, it's pretty good. So that probably he stayed in the fight for quite a while, firing back and forth there, and only being able to achieve 58 kills, 180 men, 85 losses. So it's all really the cavalry. Cannons didn't do too well, but I think it's the morale factor that probably affected these guys the most. Canister, absolutely useless. Round shot, a little bit better. Also, the position of the artillery wasn't that great. But then again, there wasn't a lot of room on the map at all for the artillery. But there we've got that. The Ukrainian, the Zaporozhian Cossacks versus the Russians. And the Ukrainians came up on top, although it was very heavy casualties on both sides. And with that said, I think that's all there is to say about this battle. So I'll say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!
General, sir! Now they must break!